Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and welcome back to my subscribers. Okay, let me just get it out of the way. I didn't want to do this, that's why my hair is down, but I had a procedure done on my ears and I have some what is it called, dressing around it. I've made a video on it, you can go check it out once it's done, but it's nothing to worry about. It's just okay. So if I move my head and then you see that, don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. You'll see it once I post it. But for now, I'm here to do this game challenge, whatever. Like, I'm answering questions from the game Icebreakers. It's basically a bunch of like deep questions to help you get to know each other with either your friends, family, or whatever. But I want us to know each other better, me and you and me. So even as I ask or answer these questions, I want you to like think about it, like what is your answer, you know? And if you can, also leave your answer in the comments, leave your opinion, tell me like what do you think about it, what's your take basically. So there are different categories and I feel like I like these questions because they help me like reflect. And I've had this game since last year, and as I was going through it, I selected these cards because there are a bunch of them, but I selected these ones because I feel like my perspective on it has changed a bit, and I want to like, you know, tell you guys my answer. And let's get into the video. So wait, before we get to the video, you guys, I'm trying to come up with an intro for this, you know, like a cool intro, like a small jingle that I can have for the intro, because I have an outro video. I want an intro, like something that you can relate to the, you know, like a greeting, you know, something like that. So it's not being awkward, because every time I start these videos, they're so awkward. If you have any ideas, let me know. You can DM me on Instagram. I've left my Instagram handle in the description. So let's start. First question: what's something you will never do again? So one thing I'll never do again is think less of myself or practice negative self-talk. I feel like throughout my teenagehood, or even especially like in first year, second year, when I was like 18, 19, even towards 20 years old, I used to really talk down on myself. Like whatever, I used to like have like low self-esteem, and I used to like voice it out and make myself feel worse. I had, you know, self-diagnosed myself with like depression. So it was just like, you know, I'm like this, I'm like that. I'm not gonna say it out, because one thing I almost vouch myself is to, it's okay to have the thought, it's okay to think it, because when you're high on emotions, like, you know, it's okay to think something about yourself, but voicing it out makes it somehow real, because you like, it's like you're voicing it out, your ears hear, perceives, like it becomes more permanent almost. So I will never
do such a thing. No, my lord.
talk badly about myself. You know, if there's one person who will always have my back, it's myself. Like everybody else could change. Like I always tell people, never ever put your self-worth on something or someone else. Like never, because those people could change. It doesn't matter how close you are, they could change. You know, and them changing has nothing to do with you. It could be something that's going on with them, but the fact remains that they could change. So you should at least have your back always. Yeah. Second question: what's the best advice you've ever received? So I've received a lot of advice in the past before. I can't choose whatever is the best one, but one that really stuck with me is my mom once said to me, don't ask questions you don't want answers to. Now this came from when I was going to high school. Like I used to go to boarding school, so but I remember one time it was the day I was going to school, so I was like, bye everyone, and then I went to my small sister. My small sister is a bit how would I put it, she doesn't show a lot of emotions, like the oh my god, I'm gonna miss you, no. She's not expressive in that way. She'd just be like, okay, bye. Whether she misses you or not, she wasn't very expressive at the time. So I asked her like, are you going to miss me? And then either she looked at me like blankly or she said no. But then I was just like, oh, okay. Then my mom is like, Now, why would you ask that? Why are you asking questions like you wouldn't like? It's, for example, that okay, I was asking the question expecting only one answer, and the answer is yes. Like, why wouldn't you miss me? But then when she said no, it's just like I opened an opportunity for her to hurt my feelings. So don't ask questions you don't want answers to. It's literally that simple. Yeah. Next question. What is something you think everyone should do at least once in their lives? Now, okay, I think this may be a bit toxic. It's it may be a bit toxic, and I've only come to realize this after. I still wouldn't do it again, but like I feel like people should experience boarding school at least once in their life, and not like those fancy boarding schools that's better than even your own house. Like like those everything is done for you. I'm talking about like a boarding school where you're responsible for yourself alone, and especially in childhood, before you even move out. Even it could be 1 term, it could be 2 terms, but like I feel like everyone should at least experience that once in their lifetime, because the amount of responsibility it teaches you, the amount of, yes, it could be depressing, it could be and all of that, whatever, but it teaches you some responsibility that I don't think you could get anywhere. Like I feel like some of the situations I found myself in, I only help myself out from the skills I got in boarding school, and it doesn't matter on which level of life I live in. I feel like I can survive on my own. I can survive, basically. Like survival is something I can do. I still don't advocate for boarding schools, and I feel like every child should at least have a choice, Yeah. What do you believe in despite having no proof of it? God, literally. Like, there's some things I can't really explain, but it's all faith-based. If you're able to explain everything, is it really faith? Is it really faith? So I feel like some things you can't explain, and there has to be a higher power controlling all of this. And me personally, I choose to believe in God, like Jesus Christ, like Christianity, like, yeah. So if you could have any celebrity be your best friend, who would you pick? Easy, Rihanna. Don't even. 2 things. Number 1, she looks very friendly with her community.
Can I get one too? And for future reference, y'all could probably get a better shot from a distance.
Oh, yeah, distance is much better.
Like not cute. Just an FYI.
My video.
My sister.
My sister.
And
I'm
African. Your voice is so nice. Come.
Under my umbrella.
It's you.
Like even like this influencer gigs I see she has, like she's always there. She's with them taking pictures. She's always like present. She doesn't. Whenever she goes to those events, she doesn't. You wouldn't even say like this is Rihanna, a billionaire who could literally $1 billionaire. Do you guys understand? Like, I don't think you can process that amount of money Rihanna has, and for her to be that humble and to be among people and to really like come, let's take a picture. I feel like that's okay. I may not know the inner workings of these things, but I'm just saying from what I perceive, because that's all I know. So second thing, who doesn't want to be a friend with a billionaire? And if you say yes, you're a liar, and you know that. If you're going to choose your best friend who's a celebrity, pick someone who's rich. Choose the soft life. Like, I should have to tell you this. Make your life easy. Yeah. Plus, third, she's from Barbados, the Caribbean. Like, we could be vacationing in Barbados. What are you talking about? Yeah. Next question. If you could go back in time, what is one thing you would tell your teenage self? I would tell her, live in the present. Because I feel like when I was in high school, I was literally going through a lot of mental problems. I feel like being in the present for me was, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here in the present. I don't want to be in this environment. I can't handle being here. So my mind used to wander out. Like, I was always outside. Like, I used to write a novel. I used to, like, you know, like, my mind was really like, Ati, I'm here. I was always zoned out. Like, I can't remember a time where I was like, yeah, this is fun. The only time that used to happen was entertainment. And after entertainment, I used to be so depressed. It's less like, now I'm going back to real life. Nah. So I'll just tell her at least once in a while. And I feel like it sounds like, okay, that's okay. It's not okay, because I missed the opportunity to make close friends and to actually enjoy the experience of being there. Like, the small good things. It was 90% bad. 98% bad. But like that 2%, I also didn't stock that in, because I was almost always absent-minded. I was just like, not there. So I'll just tell her, try and live in the present. You know, it may be hurtful, but sometimes, you know, it's not too bad. Would you rather be gossiped about or never talked about at all? Gossiped about. Please, keep me in your minds. Keep me in your minds. If you have nothing else to talk about me then. Nowadays, I don't care. I don't care what people have to say about me or think about me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I feel like I've always feared people's perceptions, and that has stopped me from many things. Me doing this YouTube video is like almost saying, you know, I don't care what people think. Whoever is meant for me will find me. Like, like, you know, like, it's reached a point where I'm choosing myself, and I'm just like, I'm going to do whatever I want. Whoever aligns with that, and I'm going to embrace them and move with them. But if you don't, then that's okay. If someone says something bad about me, that says more about you than it says about me, you know. So live your life. People are always going to talk. Someone is always going to. It doesn't matter if you're Mother Teresa or even Jesus Christ himself. Remember, he was crucified. Like, if he was crucified, am I not supposed to? He was literally a perfect man. How silly of me to think the same world is going to love me if they literally killed a perfect man. So live your life. Would you rather be as the star player on a losing football team or ride the bench on a winning one? You guys, surround yourself with winners. Ride the bench on a winning team. Lydia KM once said, you would rather be a small fish in a big pond than a big fish in a small pond, because that small fish in the bigger pond is more likely to grow. It's more likely to grow from, like, even the environment, the exposure. Like, even when you look at animal adaptation, eventually, after generations, that's going to be a big fish. So even if you have access to big rooms, take yourself there. Do not be scared. Imposter syndrome, just tuck it in your bag somewhere. Leave it. Take it in. Be in those big rooms where you feel like, I may not belong here. Stay there. And like, sometimes it's good to be like, you know, you have something. You always have something to offer. Always have something to offer. Like, don't feel like, oh my God, I'm here among CEOs. I don't know what to offer. You always have something to offer. As a person, you have 3 things. And I had this at the Youth Plus Festival from an engineer Ian Minjire. He said, as a person, or he was talking to us youths, but as a person, you have 3 things to offer: money, energy, and time. Fine. Those CEOs in that room might have a lot of money, but what do you have to offer? You're young, you have energy, you have that to offer. Find the words to put that together, and you have something. You always have something to offer. But you thinking that you have nothing to offer, that's where the mistake begins. But you always have something to offer. So don't go to the losing team. Don't go shine in the losing team when you can be a smaller person in the big team with the winners. Go to the winners and cling there. You may find something even better there. So anyway, that was all. I had fun, talking about this. Like, there's a lot of reflection, and I hope you also thought about them. About all the answers. Please leave them in the comments if there's something that you feel like, I don't know, should you think that? Please leave them in the comments. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, and goodbye.